Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Legendaray here, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Guys, I'm so sorry for not opening yesterday. I was so busy, I didn't even have the privacy to record. But today we're back, and we have absolutely crushed 300 subscribers, guys. Thank you guys so much for this really nice achievement, guys. Obviously, everyone has to start somewhere, but today we're back with a very much requested video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I push up to 5,200 trophies with a Mortar cycle deck. That's right, today's video is going to be a bit of a longer one. I'm going to basically show you guys how I use Mortar cycle to play certain matchups. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into some matchups. Alright, guys, so this first matchup we're going to be going against is going to be the just a classic Golem deck. Now, Golem is a really difficult matchup, as you all know, for a siege deck. So when you're facing hard matchups, always just go for a draw. But here I do go quite aggressive because I still don't know he's using a Golem yet. But with the Golem, I mean, obviously you can still win the matchup because Mortar isn't your only kill card. You can obviously get the skeleton barrel to the tower. So here, the Mortar is going to get a few shots onto the tower, so that's pretty good. And I still don't know that he's using a Golem deck yet, but again, with the Golem deck, you want to mainly go for a draw, and if you're 100% sure that you have an elixir advantage, you can rush in with the skeleton barrel as your main kill card. So here he's going to play a Golem. As you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and rush in with a skeleton barrel spear golems combination. He's going to go ahead and use a baby dragon to counter that, and the skeletons are going to get quite a few hits onto the tower, but here we have a pretty nasty push, and unfortunately, he also has a baby dragon. Fortunately, the baby dragon is going to walk in front, which is going to allow me to use my minion horde to take out the night witch. As you can see, a lot of Golem decks don't have cards such as arrows to take out those air units, so I can go ahead and use the minion horde to absolutely shred this guy's entire push. And he's barely done any damage to our tower, and here we have a massive elixir advantage, so we're going to go ahead and rush in with a skeleton barrel. He obviously has his log ready, and yeah, he logs too early, guys, so these skeletons lock onto the tower, and we're going to take out that tower right then, right there, giving us a nice 1-0 victory in the first minute of the battle. So, yeah, looking really good. And now, again, all you want to do is defend. Obviously, with a minute left, it's almost impossible to take a 2-0 victory over someone. So really, once you take the first crown, you really just want to stick to defending. So here, I know he has a baby dragon, but unfortunately, I played down my minions right into it, which is a pretty bad move right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play down a knight as well as some spear golems. Unfortunately, baby dragon takes out the spear golems, guys. This is looking really bad, and here I make a pretty good decision, I guess. I know that tower is gone, so I kind of just go all out in the right lane. Obviously, here he's trying to go for a 3 crown. I had to defend that, so now we're gonna have to go for a 2 crown victory, guys. So here we're gonna go ahead and put a mortar down. Obviously, he tries to get a golem down, but the mortar locks onto the tower, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and put down a my knight to distract some of the minions. Go ahead, zap. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna zap out the minions, but the mortar is locked onto the tower, guys. And here I'm gonna go ahead and put down a skeleton barrel as well as minions, because I know his only air counter is a baby dragon. So I can go ahead and spam in all those air units, and the minions will absolutely shrek that tower, guys. And with 2 seconds left, there's no way he's getting that 3 crown victory over us. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that victory right there, utilizing the fact that he had very little air defense to spam in that minion horde and take out the second tower. Alright, guys, so this next match is going to be against Dr. Biao's Faja from the clan Nova 1 Frost. And as you can see, this guy is using a Lava Loon deck, guys, especially with arrows. Obviously, you all know that Lava Loon is a very difficult matchup for Mortar cycle, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I play against Lava Loon. So here, I didn't have a good hand, so I kind of just zapped out the tower. And here, I believe he's going to go really aggressive with the balloon push. I obviously put down my minion horde trying to take it out. Unfortunately, his arrows take out absolutely everything. I'm going to have to play down a mortar to distract everything. And we actually managed to defend that push without taking any damage. So that was not a bad start at all. And yeah, now I know he obviously has the balloon, and the balloon is going to be very annoying to face. So here he's going to go ahead and get down a Mega Minion and a Lava Hound. don't know if I really agree with that push, but still, it is really gonna be a pain to defend. Here I'm gonna go ahead and use a knight to distract, and then play down my goblin gang. And he obviously doesn't have his arrows in cycle, and we're gonna go ahead and zap out this stuff, log out the goblin gang as well, and we actually defended this guy's push surprisingly well. We've only took like 500 damage on our tower, which is definitely not bad considering he just went all out on his push. So we're gonna go ahead right here, just save up some elixir. Obviously, with this deck, you do not want to play aggressive. That is like the main reason why I will lose my battles. You want to make sure you have 10 elixir before you play down a mortar to effectively get it to lock onto the tower. So here, unfortunately, he plays down a tombstone. Tombstone is so annoying to face when you're playing a mortar deck because those skeletons just distract it so well. But here, we're going to go ahead, take out the mega minion, and the mortar is unfortunately not going to lock onto the tower. Here, I could have zapped these skeletons to get a mortar to lock, but I just decided not to because I don't want to really overextend. So here we're going to go ahead, put down a skeleton barrel, spear golem's push. I know he doesn't have log, he only has arrows, and his arrows aren't in cycle, so we're going to go ahead, utilize that, and get some massive damage onto the tower, guys. We're going to take that tower all the way down to 0 hit points. So here, note that mortar placement, it will pull the balloon. That is really essential to me winning this battle. And there we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead, the second tower takes out the balloon, guys, without it even getting a single shot. Here we're gonna go ahead, put down some spear golems to chip away, and here we're gonna make the game changing play. As you can see, the skeleton barrel's death damage will bring all those troops down to zap range, take them all out, and yeah, there we go, guys. We've completely shut down this guy's push, and there's no way we're going to be losing this battle, guys. He does arrow out the minion horde, but he misses half the minion horde. We are going to be grabbing a dub against a lava loon deck, guys, and yeah, he's gonna go ahead, put a desperate lightning down, but that ain't gonna do anything. So here, as you can see, he only had arrows to take out my swarm units, so I really effectively took care of this guy's push. Alright, guys, so this next matchup is going to be against a Royal Giant player. Now, this is one of the reasons why the Mortar bait deck is a lot better. Obviously, with the old Mortar cycle deck, Royal Giant absolutely counters it. It is so annoying to play against, and with this deck, however, you can actually beat Royal Giant pretty easily. Obviously, you have the Mortar to defend, and then you have the Swarm units as your main kill card. So, the game plan against Royal Giant, once again, is that you want to use the Mortar on defense, and then use the bait element of the deck on offense to try and take out the tower. Here, as you can see, I'm using that very effectively. I used the Mortar once on defense to take out the Royal Giant, and here, as you can see, I just spammed the heck out of this guy and took out already half of the hit points on this guy's tower. So yeah, there we go, guys. A pretty good start to the battle, and obviously here we're all saving up elixir. Elixir is pretty even right now, and as I reach 10 elixir, I'm gonna go ahead, just apply a little bit of pressure to this guy with a skeleton barrel. Now here he's gonna use a minion horde. He's really smart, and the skeleton barrel gets 0 death damage on it, and here he has a pretty big counter push. I'm gonna go ahead, put a mortar down as well as zap the minions. Here, as you can see, the mortar placed 2 tiles from the king's tower is going to distract the Royal Giant. That is really important for you to know, and definitely you want to play your mortar right there when you're playing against a Royal Giant. Alright, so here he's gonna go ahead, I believe he just straight out rushes the elite barbs. Here I use spear golems and minions to defend. He doesn't have a big spell, or he doesn't have elixir for his fireball, so the minion horde will completely destroy this guy's push, and he's used his zap, so he's gonna be pretty weak to all of my spam units. So here, once again, we've cycled back to a skeleton barrel. Again, elixir is still rather even, and here, as he reaches 10 elixir, I believe I'm just gonna go ahead and put down a knight in the back, force him into an awkward situation because he doesn't know what to do. Here I'm gonna go ahead and log out the Goblin Gang, and then once again play down my mortar 2 tiles from the King's Tower right there, distracting it. He's gonna fireball, and now he doesn't have a very effective way of taking out my minion horde, so I'm gonna go skeleton barrel minion horde right there, and once again he doesn't have a good counter in hand, so we're gonna go ahead and take out the Goblin Gang. We're gonna go ahead zap out the minion horde as well, guys. We've got all these units heading towards the King's not the King's Tower, Arena Tower. Tower's going down with 30 seconds left, and all we have to do is defend. So here we're gonna go ahead, play down a defensive knight. I believe, yep, he rushes E-barbs on the other side, which is quite unfortunate. He's able to zap out my spear golems. Here, I managed to log out the Golem gang as well as the elite barbs. We're going to take care of that push rather haphazardly, but we're going to go ahead, take out the win right here, and against a Royal Giant, which is typically a really difficult matchup, guys. So GG, and once again, just to refresh, against a Royal Giant matchup, you want to mainly use your Mortar on defense and use the Skeleton Barrel and all your spammy units to get to the tower. Alright guys, so the next matchup I'm going to show you guys how to play against is essentially a mirror matchup. So what happens if you face another Mortar bait user or a Mortar cycle user on ladder? So here, I'm going to show you guys how I managed to face these people. So here, a pretty bad start on my part. I defended this push pretty bad, but again, I had a really awkward hand as well. So here, as you can see in his hand, he's running pretty much the exact same deck as me, Mortar bait, and here I'm going to go ahead and play down a Goblin gang, and he has a log in cycle, takes out the Goblin gang, and here I think here I go ahead play down a Mortar, and he seems pretty pissed. He's gonna go ahead play down a defensive Mortar, so now I know it's going to be a Mortar bait mirror matchup. So I really don't like to play mirror matchups. It's probably my least favorite thing to play. Here he's going to go ahead, get a miner down. So I'm going to go ahead, zap out the stuff, put down a skeleton barrel, and the death damage is going to finish off the minions. So here, unfortunately, I don't have the minion horde on offense. Not the minion horde on offense, the skeleton barrel on offense. But here, I believe I'm just going to go ahead, play down a minion horde, because knowing it is a mirror matchup, he doesn't have a good counter for the minion horde. So we're going to go ahead right here. He's going to have to use a Goblin gang to take out the stuff, and here I do have a 1 elixir advantage. Here we're both just saving up elixir. Again, I want to emphasize that you do not want to play aggressively. You want to wait till 10 elixir before you do anything. So here I'm gonna go ahead play down spear golems, and he plays on a mortar at the same time, and here I'm gonna go ahead play down my mortar to take out his. Again, we all know that the mortar decks, especially mortar bait, does not have a big spell, so there's no way for him to really take out my tower without just getting something to the tower. So you're gonna go ahead take out his miner. We've got a skeleton barrel push right there. He's gonna go ahead zap the stuff out and defend it relatively well. He's gonna also log out the Golem gang, so really flawless defense by him, and at this point he's really controlling the battle. Here I'm gonna go ahead play down a minion horde to take out the miner, followed up by a skeleton barrel, and I know he doesn't have a zap in hand because he just used it. I'm gonna go zap out the spear golems, and here he's gonna go ahead and play down a Golem game. I'm gonna go log that out. Here he zaps out the minion horde, so these skeletons are on the tower, guys. I'm gonna go ahead spam and everything. He's gonna get a very nice log, but the minion horde takes out the tower with 30 seconds left in the battle. Alright guys, so here he has a knight. I'm gonna go ahead predict it really well, and once again, skeleton barrel and zap combination takes out the entire minion horde. That is a very good combination that I definitely recommend you guys using. So here he's gonna go ahead put down a knight in the other lane. No clue what the heck he did that for. Here he's gonna go ahead play down a Goblin gang. He's just trying to spam everything. He's in full on desperate mode, and here once again we catch this guy's miner. He's super pissed that he just lost. That is going to be good game. As you can see, our tower only took about 1,000 damage over the whole match, and we were able to effectively use the minion horde because he didn't have a good counter. His only counter to minion horde was zap, and that was what got us the win right there. Alright guys, so last but not least, I'm going to be showing you guys how I play against both bait as well as hog. As you can see, Salid here is using a hog bait deck, so I'm going to use this battle to show you guys how I defend against both of these archetypes. So here, he's going to go ahead, I believe he starts off with a Goblin Barrel right here. So once again, Goblin Barrel goes down. Here I actually zap out the tower, and I'm going to have to use the Goblin gang to take out the Goblin Barrel. Obviously I could have logged, but here I'm still pretty convinced that he's using spell bait. So here I'm gonna go ahead and get a nice skeleton barrel push right here. Pretty bad log, but he's gonna have to use a tornado to take out the skeleton barrel. And here, as you can see, he has a pretty massive elixir advantage over us, so pretty bad start. I did kind of overcommit But here he's gonna go ahead. I believe he just plays down a princess in the back, and here I'm gonna go ahead play down a knight to try and take out the princess as it approaches the bridge, and then we're gonna go ahead play down a goblin gang as well as minion horde to take out the hog rider. Fortunately, he didn't fireball out the minion horde, so we're looking pretty good. We've got a massive push right here, and look at all these troops. He's gonna panic tornado. We're gonna go ahead and play down some spear goblins, and look at that, guys. Skeleton barrel is going to go onto the tower, guys. Spear goblins are doing massive damage, and he manages to log out all of those units right there, but we've already taken that tower down to under 2,000 hit points, guys. So we are back in the game, getting ourselves a nice damage advantage over Salid here. So yeah, minute 26 in the battle. I don't believe I've played my mortar yet, so here I'm gonna get a knight down. He's gonna have a princess, and I don't like to deal with the princess, so a lot of times I'll just log it out. But here I'm gonna play down a mortar, and unfortunately, guys, here he has an inferno tower, so that's gonna go ahead and take out the mortar. Here I'm gonna go ahead and play down my goblin gang to take out his princess. He tries to defend his princess with a goblin gang, but that just gives me an elixir advantage. So here with 10 elixir, I'm gonna go ahead just kind of use up a log right there, and that was a pretty bad decision on my part. I'm gonna go ahead. He's going to get a super valuable fireball right there, and he's going to take my tower down to 1392. So definitely a really bad decision. Here I try and get a predictive log against the princess. I absolutely fail, and here I'm actually thinking that I'm going to lose. So as you can see, if you're playing against bait, you do not want to use those predictive plays that I tried to make right there. Obviously, if you do manage to predict it, then good for you, but a lot of times you just won't. So it's really, really risky. But here he's going to go ahead and fireball out the mortar here. I'm going to go ahead use, I believe, yep, my my goblin gang to take out the stuff. I'm going to go ahead and log out the princess, and my tower's down to 112, guys, and any hit on my tower is going to take it out, but with 5 seconds left, I make him panic. He should have fireballed my arena tower, but he panicked way too much, guys, and the skeleton barrel is going to take out the tower, guys. We're going to go ahead and laugh at him right there because he should have definitely won that battle. Obviously, I made way too many misplays and definitely didn't deserve that win, but still, I really showed you guys how I would defend a bait deck as well as a hog deck. Alright guys, so that's all I have time for in today's video. It is a really long episode. Again, sorry for not uploading yesterday. I was, again, really busy, but thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers, guys. You don't know how much that means to me. But unfortunately, guys, that is all I have time for in today's video. If you enjoyed, please like down below as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.